What is cybersecurity? Today we're going to talk about what cybersecurity is and some of the different controls and measures that we can put in place to help protect your business. So what is cybersecurity? Cybersecurity is about protecting your business, its operations and data from cyber attacks and cyber criminals. There are three key areas that can control your exposure to cyber threats. These are technology, people and processes. Investing in these three controls can help to ensure that you can protect, detect and respond to cyber attacks. As we always say, a layered approach is key. You need multiple different controls in each category in order to effectively protect your business from cyber attacks. Protection is about the protection of all company assets. This means computers, mobile phones, emails, customer data, your website, basically anything that accesses or stores data or is critical to your business, we're going to look to protect. As an example, if a company contacts Bleam and asks us to protect their business from cyber attacks, let's imagine they have some laptops, mobile phones, and an e-commerce website. We're going to look to implement a layered approach to this. So we're going to implement layers of different security. So the first thing we're going to put in is something called Bleam Computer Security. So Bleam Computer Security protects your laptops, it protects your desktops, Windows, Macs, servers from cyber attacks. This could be things such as malware, ransomware, or other advanced types of cyber threats. The next thing we're going to implement is something called Bleam Network and Internet Security. This is going to act as your first line of defense and it's going to block various different threats that come from the internet. This could be things such as malicious websites. For example, you might browse to a website and it tries to download some malicious software to your PC. Or it might even be a phishing website where you've clicked a link in a phishing email and it's taken you to a website trying to steal personal information. This is going to block that type of attack. Next up is Bleam Email. This is a very important control because email is the #1 way in which cyber attacks are targeted and delivered to small businesses. Bleam Email is going to filter emails. It's going to filter emails with malicious attachments. It's going to filter phishing emails and it's going to filter spear phishing emails. And it's going to filter them before they even reach your inbox. As they use mobile phones, we're also going to look to protect these too. Mobile phones are often overlooked, but people access sensitive information on them, such as work emails, business data, or even banking information. So it's important that we give them the same level of protection as we would do any other device that accesses this type of data. They also have an e-commerce website, so this is potentially going to be processing financial transactions, it's going to be storing and collecting personal information of customers. So it is a target for hackers, so we need to ensure that that remains protected from compromise and cyber attacks. So Bleam Website Security is going to block and filter out any malicious attacks aimed at the website. Finally, we're going to give them some training. We're going to train the staff about the different threats that are out there. We're going to teach them what a phishing email looks like and what signs to look out for and what websites to avoid. It's worth adding that all of these protections follow the users wherever they go. So whether you're in the office, working from home, or on a third-party site, you're always going to have the same level of protection. This is just an example of what we could do. We always have to tailor our solutions to fit the business needs that we're looking at. Every business has a different way that they operate, they use different devices, they have different websites, and they use different applications. So we have to make sure that we put in a solution that's fit for each business. As we've already mentioned, a layered approach to security is required. There is no single control that we've just talked about that is going to give your business full coverage and protection. Small businesses are often led to believe that antivirus is a single control that can block and protect everything and anything, which is absolutely not the case. If you want to find out about how antivirus works, check out our other video. So in order for us to be able to protect your business from cyber attacks, we need to be able to detect them. We need to be able to detect attacks and potential attacks as soon as they happen. Some attacks slip through and aren't always caught at first. There is no such thing as 100% protection and detection. Ultimately, we need the ability to detect attacks and potential attacks quickly so we can rapidly respond and prevent breaches. If we go back to our previous example, where we had the customer and we've implemented these various controls, let's imagine that one of their employees has decided to install some new software onto the computer, and our solution flags it as potentially malicious. We're going to investigate that. alert, and we're going to look at the information available to us and use that to determine whether it is malicious, or if it's not, it might be legitimate. So for example, Bleam computer security is going to give us a very low level, detailed view as to what's happened on that computer when that software has been installed. And it's going to give us the information that we need to make an informed decision as to whether that application is actually malicious or is not malicious. Finally, response. Response is about responding and investigating cyber attacks. We're going to look to stop the attack, and we're going to investigate the attack. We want to understand the who, what, where, when, why, and how of every cyber attack. Basically, we need to gather all the information we can and put it together to enable us to understand an attack, to ensure that we can effectively respond and remediate from that attack. We also want to learn from attacks, and we want to prevent future reoccurrences. So this might mean that on the back of an attack we have to implement some new controls, or maybe even retrain staff. So we've covered what cybersecurity is, and we've talked about some of the controls that are out there that you can implement into your business to protect you from cyber attacks. Obviously this is a very in-depth topic and there's lots of information out there. So if you have any questions, please feel free to get in touch. I'm Chris from Bleam Cybersecurity. Thanks for watching. Defence against cyber attacks is more important than ever. Click the link below to bolster your defences against cybercrime.